In this video, we are going to determine whether these two lines L1 and L2 through the given pairs of points are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. To compare two straight lines, we basically compare their slopes. To find the slopes, we need to use the slope formula. M is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. I am going to call the slope of this line m1 and slope of this line m2, and the first set of points is going to be x1 y1, second set of points is going to be x2 y2. So if I do the calculation, m1 is equal to y2 minus y1, so this is going to be my y2 1 half minus y1, this is going to be my y1 negative 3/8, divided by x2, which is negative 1/4, minus x1, which is 2/3. Let me simplify it slightly. M is equal to, in the denominator I am going to have 1/4. I am going to keep a little bit of space to multiply things out, 2/3, and then 1 half. These negatives are going to make it positive. Negative times negative is positive, so it's gonna be plus 3/8. Now we have two fractions to add on the numerator and two fractions to add in the denominator. So we gotta make that denominator same for both of these fractions. So here 8 and 2, the LCD of these two numbers is 8 obviously, so I'm going to multiply these by 4 and divide these by 4. That's going to give me 8. Similarly at the bottom, 4 and 3, LCD is 12, so I'm going to multiply negative 1/4 by 3 divided by 3 and multiply negative 2/3 by 4 and divided by 4. Now I will have the same things to compare. So let's continue. Sorry, M1, this is supposed to be M1. M1 is equal to 4 times 1 is 4 divided by 4 times 2 is 8 plus 3/8, which we have right here. Similarly in the bottom I'm going to have 3/12. 3 times 1 is 3, 4 times 3 is 12, and then minus 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times 4 is 12. Now I'm going to simplify it further. M2 is M1. I keep writing M2. M1 is equal to, in the numerator is going to be 4 plus 3/8. In the denominator is going to be negative 3 minus 8/12. If I continue, M1 is going to be 11/8 divided by, 7/8, not 11/8. 4 plus 3, 7/8 divided by, in the bottom, negative 11/12. And I'm dividing one fraction by another, so one is positive, other is negative, so the end result is going to be negative, so I'm going to put the negative up front. So negative 7/8 times 12/11. Remember, the denominator is going to flip. 4 goes into 8 twice, 4 goes into 12 3 times. That gives me, by the way, my M1 is equal to negative 21/22, because 3 times 7 is 21, which is this, and 11 times 2 is 22, right here. So my first slope is negative 21/22. Now let's go ahead and find the second slope, M2. So y2 is 12 minus y1 is negative 10. X2 is 11 minus x1 is negative 10. Now I'm going to simplify it. M2 is equal to 12 plus 10. Negatives multiplied would give you positive. Similarly, the bottom 11 plus 10 which is 22 over 21. So my M2 is equal to 22 over 21. Now it's time to compare these slopes, M1 and M2. Obviously, M1 is not equal to M2. Why? Because M1 is negative and M2 is positive. A negative number cannot be equal to a positive number. Now I'm going to multiply this out. See M1 times M2 and see if we get negative 1. M1 is negative 21 over 22 and M2 is 22 over 21. So this 21 cancels, 22 cancels, that gives me negative 1. So I just found out that M1 times M2 is equal to negative 1, which, by the way, tells me that these two lines are perpendicular. So the lines given are perpendicular to each other. So had it been the case that it's not equal, that means the slopes are not equal, and you multiply the slopes and you don't get a negative 1 as we did here, then the lines would be neither parallel nor perpendicular. But in our case, the lines are perpendicular because we multiplied the slopes and we got negative 1. I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.